What's up, guys? Rick from DFS On Demand here with a one-and-done preview for the St. Jude Classic. We're picking up a little bit of traction in this contest that we started off so poorly. A few weeks ago, we kind of changed our strategy in this most recent segment and said we're going to go pedal to the metal, see what we can do for the next couple weeks. And for at least one of our lineups, it's worked out. So let me give you an update on where we're at here. And here's what we did for last week. So last week we took Justin Thomas, Jason Day, and Bubba Watson. Thomas nets us another $250,000. Jason Day and Bubba actually both looked promising at different points in this tournament. Jason Day started out hot. Bubba was looking good on Friday, Saturday-ish, and then I think he was like 5 or 6 over on Sunday. Fell off a cliff. So both of those end with $25,000. So that's not going to cut it from that caliber of player. But JT, like we've talked about before, a $200,000 average is pretty good. Unfortunately, we've spent some of our big guys to get that, and we have still yet to find a win. We have not found a win across 3 lineups and, 20 tournaments? 21 tournaments? That's a little disappointing. We've been just off. We've whiffed. I mean, I think this was probably our best one to fill. That might have been a second or third at Pebble Beach. But the good news is for segment number 3, which is right here, so we're 3 tournaments into it, and it has the U.S. Open in segment 3. We're off to a pretty good start in lineup number 1 here. So our segment 3 has $707,000, and also our majors and our players is almost $1 million, 896. So that's our best for both of those. So we are just going to go absolutely nuts on lineup number 1 and see how well we can finish in this segment. We're gonna need some wins. And then for segments 2 and 3, kind of the same thing. I mean, we're just gonna continue to chug along here, see if we can't find a win. I mean, this is kind of a situation where if you pick a winner, it's gonna vault you way up the leaderboards. We've yet to do so. Just to kind of show you where we're at overall, we're probably bottom 40% or so. But I will show you for one of our lineups here. I think it's this one. For segment 3, I don't know if you can see this. For segment 3, we are in 364th, which is pretty good. Here we are. Okay, so 364th to 707,000. I mean, again, a win is going to drive us significantly up the leaderboards here. So let's see if we can find that. So who are we taking this week? There's a lot of guys I like. Unfortunately, I've burned a lot of them. Pretty weak field with, it's the week before the U.S. Open. Guys who are playing, probably trying to earn their way into the U.S. Open. We might see some withdrawals, which I'll talk about in a second. But Dustin Johnson, the odds-on favorite. Also probably the highest odds to withdraw from this thing. We saw him do it a couple years ago where, he started off slow, withdrew, and got to Chambers Bay early. I'm not saying he's going to do it again, but, maybe a higher percentage of that happening this week than another week. I'm going to go with Brooks Koepka. Koepka for a couple of reasons. Has seemed, he plays the St. Jude Classic every year and finishes it. Doesn't rush off to the U.S. Open, so he's he finished 37th here and then went on to win the U.S. Open last year. So I don't have a lot of fear of a withdrawal here. He's actually 11-1 to win this. I don't have the odds here, but he's 11-1. Rounding into form, and I still think he's playing his way into form. So go watch the DFS video. I kind of talk more about that, but stellar course history here. I'm going to pay up, and I'm going to put him in my first lineup. I'm going after him. Phil, I would have liked to have played this week, but we have used him in every single lineup, I think. We have. We got pretty good value for Phil. I would have loved to have played him this week. Stenson, I like a lot. We're actually going to get Stenson in the lineup. We're going to get Stenson in this second lineup here. He just continues to play well. Doesn't have much course history here lately, but superior stats player. You won't find me on Berger. I just don't think he's playing well enough. I won't be that guy. I'd love to play Adam Scott, but I do have a lot of concerns now. So, well, the problem with Adam Scott is I would have loved to have played him in lineup number 3 here, but I already burned him there. And he did just qualify at a sectional for the U.S. Open. He might withdraw from this event. I guess we'll find out a couple days in advance. I'm not going to put any picks in until like Wednesday night in case any of these guys withdraw. I don't know what your rules are for being able to change your pick after you submit it, but be aware of that. This pool I'm in, it actually has an alternate, so I guess I could play Adam Scott and then put somebody else as my alternate if he does withdraw. But I'll just wait as long as possible. So what we'll do is we'll go Brooks. We will go Henrik Stenson. Whoops, that was really bad. And then this last one, I'm kind of handcuffed, right? Like I would have loved to have played Phil. I would have loved to have played Adam Scott, but I don't have access to either of them. This is our worst lineup, so really I guess we should be picking someone that if they win, we're hoping it's at like 3% or less ownership, right? I think there's a couple guys who have that ability. Finau's usually a little popular, but I think he has a chance to win this. I wouldn't even mind like Peter Uihlein, who's just been racking up top fives recently. But I'm going to go with... Oh, actually, sorry. I should have been on the cheat sheet when I was talking through all this. I'm actually going to go with Luke List. Seems to be the type of course that he's found success on. A little bit of a less than driver course. And an 18th place finish last year. And if you go and watch the DFS video, it kind of pops off the charts as far as the stats go. So that's who I'm going to roster. I'll take Luke List, and let me just confirm I haven't used him in that lineup yet. I don't think I have. No. So we used him in lineup number 2. So we'll go with Luke List here. And again, we're just trying to get some win here. We need it. Koepka high finish would be very, very helpful. But that's our process. So let me know who you guys are going to play. Who's the most likely to withdraw this week? I think that's kind of a fun game to play. And yeah, tweet me. It's at DFS On Demand or leave a comment below. Good luck.